think you know Malaysia? Here are 8 things that might just surprise you. Number 8. Malaysia has been running on the wrong time zone for over 40 years. That's right. Geographically, Malaysia should be in a GMT plus 7 time zone, just like our neighbor Thailand. But back in 1982, Malaysia's then Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad made the decision to push us an hour ahead to GMT plus 8. Why? Part of it was to unify the time between East and West Malaysia, avoiding the scheduling headaches that came with 2 time zones across one country. But the extra perk? We get to borrow a bit more daylight, making it feel like our evenings last just a little longer. Thanks to this switch, we can still catch a walk or grab a snack at the mama with the sunset as our backdrop even after work. And fun fact, Singapore decided to follow along too, so we share the same time zone to this day. Number 7. The life-saving medical face mask was pioneered by a Malaysian doctor. Did you know that Dr. Wu Lian Teh, a Malaysian-born doctor, was the pioneer behind the modern medical face mask that saves millions of lives? Dr. Wu's story goes back to 1910 when a deadly pneumonic plague broke out in northern China. Originally from Penang, Dr. Wu was called in to help stop the spread. When he arrived, he made a critical observation. The disease was spreading through the air. To protect others, Dr. Wu designed a mask using layers of gauze and cotton, adding extra layers for better filtration. His mask covered both the mouth and nose and was far more effective than any protective equipment in use back then. Inspired by his findings, he urged doctors, nurses, and even the public to wear this mask. And it worked! His invention not only helped control the epidemic, but also set the foundation for the medical masks we rely on today. So next time you put on a face mask, remember, it all started with Dr. Wu, a brilliant Malaysian doctor determined to save lives. Number 6. A 2.5 billion treasure lies at the bottom of the Straits of Malacca. Believe it or not, one of the world's richest shipwrecks, estimated to be worth $2.5 billion, is sitting at the bottom of the Straits of Malacca. The Flor de la Mar, a Portuguese ship, sank in 1511 while carrying a massive treasure taken from the Malaccan Sultanate. This treasure included gold, jewels, and priceless artifacts, all riches gathered after the famous Portuguese admiral Afonso de Albuquerque conquered Malacca. But tragedy struck on the journey home. While navigating treacherous waters, the Flor de la Mar was hit by a violent storm and wrecked off the coast. Many lives were lost, though Albuquerque himself managed to survive. However, the ship and its incredible treasure was swallowed by the sea and never recovered. To this day, the Flor de la Mar and its fortune lie hidden beneath the waves, waiting to be discovered. Number 5. The modern Yisang everyone loves during Lunar New Year was invented by our Minister of Transport's grandfather. That's right, the version of Yisang that you see at Chinese New Year celebrations across Southeast Asia was invented right here in Malaysia by the grandfather of our current Minister of Transport, Anthony Loke. While Yisang originated in China, the original dish looked quite different. It was much simpler, without the colorful ingredients and flavors we enjoy today. But in the 1960s, Mr. Lok Chin Fat, a chef in Seremban, revamped it into the vibrant dish we know now, adding shredded vegetables, sauces, and fresh fish to symbolize prosperity and abundance. His unique twist on the traditional recipe became a hit in Malaysia and quickly spread to Singapore and other parts of Southeast Asia. So, next time you toss Yisang, remember to thank Mr. Look for his brilliant creation. Number 4. The Nehemiah Wall you see along our roads was invented by a patriotic Malaysian. Did you know that the famous Nehemiah Wall, widely used on Malaysian highways and construction sites, was created by a local engineer? This innovative design, which combines strength and cost efficiency to support heavy loads while being easy to construct, was developed by Dr. Nehemiah Lee from Malaysia. What makes this story even more inspiring is that Dr. Nehemiah had plenty of opportunities to take his talent abroad. He received offers from other countries with better prospects, but he chose to stay and serve Malaysia. His love for his homeland led him to dedicate his engineering skills to improving Malaysia's infrastructure, and his design didn't just stay within our borders. Today, Nehemiah walls are also used in several other countries, showcasing Malaysian innovation on a global scale. So next time you pass by a Nehemiah wall, remember, it's a symbol of one man's loyalty to Malaysia and a legacy that's now felt worldwide. Hey, enjoying what you're learning? If yes, subscribe to our channel now and share this video with your friends. Number 3. Did you know the word ketchup might have roots in Malaysia? Most people associate ketchup with the West, but its origins tell a very different story. The word ketchup traces back to ketchup, a Hokkien term for a fermented fish sauce popular in southern China. This savory sauce traveled to Southeast Asia through Chinese traders, where locals in Malaysia and Indonesia began calling it ketchup. Over time, this evolved into the Malay word ketchup, which we now use for soy sauce. Here's where it gets interesting. British traders are believed to have first encountered this sauce in Southeast Asia. They loved it so much, they adopted the Malay word ketchup and took it back to Europe. Of course, they didn't stop there. They began experimenting with the recipe, adding their own twists. It wasn't until the 18th century that tomatoes were introduced, giving rise to the sweet and tangy tomato ketchup we know today. So the next time you squeeze ketchup onto your burger, remember, it all started with a fish sauce and some Malaysian flair. Number 2. Did you know the pen drive was invented by a Malaysian? Yep. The USB flash drive or pen drive was created by Datuk Phua Kian Seng, also known as the father of the pen drive. Back in the late 1990s, when floppy disks and CDs were still the go-to options, Phua, the CEO of Phison Electronics Corp in Taiwan, came up with this groundbreaking invention. Suddenly, it became so much easier for everyone, from students to CEOs, to carry files around in their pockets. Now, here's the twist. The invention of the USB flash drive has a bit of controversy surrounding it. A few other engineers and companies also claim they were the first to invent it. Who's the ultimate inventor? Well, it's hard to say for sure, but one thing's clear. Phua played a huge role in making it the global phenomenon we know today. So, the next time you save something on a pen drive, remember, it's a piece of Malaysian ingenuity that helped change the world. Number 1. The biggest roundabout in the world is right here in Malaysia. That's right, Malaysia proudly holds the Guinness World Record for having the largest roundabout on the planet. Located in Putrajaya, the roundabout stretches an impressive 3.4 kilometers in diameter and connects a total of 15 entry and exit points. What makes it even special is what's inside. At the heart of this massive roundabout, you'll find iconic landmarks like the Istana Melawati, the Putra Perdana landmark, and the luxurious Putrajaya Shangri-La Hotel. So the next time someone talks about famous landmarks in Malaysia, don't forget to brag about this record-breaking roundabout. It's not just the largest in the world, it's also one of the most scenic drives you'll ever experience. Alrighty, that's a wrap for our videos today. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button now. And hey, if you are planning a trip to Malaysia, don't miss our next video on 10 things you should know before visiting Malaysia. See ya!